Greetings everybody and welcome back. Today I'm headed to the oldest continuously inhabited European settlement city in the continental USA, St. Augustine, Florida. I'd visited several years ago, but this edition I'm going to concentrate on doing the free things that anybody can do and still have lots of fun and make a memorable trip to the oldest city in the US. So for starters, if you don't want to pay up too much and stay in the historic district, you can choose to instead get a vacation rental or a hotel at one of the many beaches along the city, like Vilano Beach or Crescent Beach. And mine was at Crescent Beach, a really pretty site, extremely hot and humid, but I think the ambiance and the environment, the sun and sea, kind of made up for it. So in this way, you also get to enjoy the beach. To my thorough surprise, I actually thought the beach was extremely clean and fun to be in, perfect temperature, until some clouds that were the onset of Hurricane Debbie that hadn't made landfall in Florida just yet was beginning to sort of show its effects early on. Now, I do have an enormous sense of adventure, but we're not playing around with lives in nasty weather. It pays off to be patient and optimistic. The skies cleared off the next day, lending us beautiful weather, great sunshine, and excitement to tour St. Augustine. Before heading out, I took a quick stroll around the marshy land that we were staying at in search of the coquina stone, and you'll know what that is later in the video. And for my outfit today, I decided to go with this long linen dress and pair it with this very nice woven bag. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but I never ever have worn a linen dress before. And it is such a classic sort of vacation outfit that has gained popularity in the recent years. And truthfully, in the weather that Florida is, it was the perfect thing to wear. And like any other basic tourist, I'm going to add sunglasses and a hat to my ensemble. I mean, you have to do it. If you're gonna look like a tourist, you gotta go all the way. Plus, as an added challenge to my style, I wanted to add more feminine pieces like skirts and dresses to this vacation rather than jeans, which I'm so used to and love. So this is like a fun experiment for me. Founded by Spanish Admiral Pedro Menendez, St. Augustine is the continuous oldest inhabited European settlement in the US, reflecting its well-preserved Spanish colonial architecture with Moorish elements. But let's back up and start from where it all began. Let me take you to our first free landmark, the governor's house. This was originally the residence of the Spanish governor and has served various purposes over the centuries. And today it operates as a museum showcasing the past and the present. Across the house in the square, you can find this monument. It is believed to be the only surviving monuments commemorating the Spanish Constitution of 1812, which was adopted in St. Augustine. But after that came the Moorish revival, primarily due to the oil magnate Henry Flagler, who commissioned buildings like the Ponce de Leon Hotel with its Tiffany glass windows, which is now the Flagler College, and the Alcazar Hotel, now the Lightner Museum. Now, if you are a fan of the Gilded Age, the Lightner Museum actually houses a vast collection of Gilded Age artifacts and costumes and furnishings, but there is a fee to get in. But you can explore the courtyard for free. If you are curious of what the inside looks like and are getting a little hungry, I do suggest grabbing a bite at what used to be the world's largest indoor swimming pool, now turned into a cafe restaurant called the Alcazar Cafe. Our next free stop is the Castillo de San Marcos, the oldest masonry fort in the continental US. It's a national fort, so you still have to pay to get in, but you can get a glimpse of this history from outside the parameters of the fort if you'd like. Built between 1672 and 1695, the fort is constructed from coquina, a type of limestone, and the fort has withstood numerous sieges and proved resilient to cannon fire, and was never captured. After feeding all of that to my brain, it's time to feed my stomach. If you are a whiskey enthusiast, please check out the Citygate Spirits Distillery. You can get free tastings and decide if you want to actually buy anything, and I think it's worth it because they actually make really good concoctions. Good morning, my people. My last day in St. Augustine will be spent in its most bustling historic hub, its historic district. And let's make this entrance dramatic. Let's enter through the city gate, constructed in 1808, which served as the northern entrance to St. Augustine. Today it remains a symbol of the city's defensive past, and one of the oldest sites in the city. The grand entrance leads to St. George's Street, a bustling, historic, a pedestrian-only thoroughfare, where many cultures have seemed to mingle for centuries. And one of those is the Greek Orthodox shrine on St. George's Street. The St. Photios Greek Orthodox National Shrine commemorates the first Greek colony in the New World and serves as a center for Greek Orthodox heritage and spirituality, somewhere nestled into the fabric of St. Augustine. Back on the street, if memory serves me right, I have one very important place to be, the Spanish bakery. Of course this costs money, but I promise to you, this cutesy bread is every morsel worth it. They do make it with modern methods, but something about this bread is just epic. I mean, I left it in this very same bag for days outside, and it stood the test of time. It felt like it did not harden. And while I couldn't buy empanadas from the same bakery, I tried it from somewhere else and was quite disappointed. So if you must, please buy the bread and the empanadas from the Spanish bakery. When you walk St. George's Street, you are trying to put together what sort of cultures have impacted St. Augustine. And walking into this store was one of those experiences. I met a Greek man who spoke Turkish, was selling this Syrian brass darbuka, and was talking about Egyptian belly dancing. And we had a little camaraderie going on, which was just a fun thing to capture and share with everybody. Well, that was fun, and I met so many other people not in my video that also made my trip so much more worthwhile. And those are just the perfect reminders that sometimes you don't need to be in the most luxurious places doing the most luxurious things. All you really need is have good company, have good people, have a fun time doing just silly things. And St. Augustine was just that. So I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, love and light.